Just be grateful. The real life situation insights and lessons at rates and level. Gratitude is how we transform what the wise woman Roche Joan Halifax calls a mind of poverty. She explains that this mindset has nothing to do with material poverty, because when we are caught up in the mind of poverty, we focus on what we are lacking. We feel we don't deserve love, and we ignore all that we have been given. And it's true. But the conscious practice of gratitude is the way out of the poverty mentality that erodes our gratitude, and with it, our destiny. That's why Brian Acton exemplifies this conscious practice of gratitude when he faced one of the hardest times in his life. Brian had first worked at Yahoo for 11 years when he applied for a job at Twitter. But even though he was quite good at what he did, he was rejected. When he received the news, he tweeted, "Got denied by Twitter HQ. That is okay. Would have been a long commute." He next applied for a job at Facebook. Soon after, he tweeted, and he was rejected again. Then he tweeted, "Facebook turned me down. It was a great opportunity to connect with some fantastic people." And looking forward to his life's next adventure, he did not hesitate to post his failures on social media. And he never expressed anything but gratitude for the opportunities. After these setbacks, he ended up working on an app which we are using in these days in his personal time. Then 5 years later, Facebook bought WhatsApp, the app Brian Acton co-founded, for $19 billion. The jobs at the companies that rejected Acton, when you scrutinize it carefully, would have paid far less than what he made of WhatsApp. Instead of fixating on the rejections and adopting the poverty mentality, Acton just waited gracefully and gratefully to see what might be in store for him. So don't judge the moment, because as soon as you judge the moment or something, your mind starts to believe it. Instead, be grateful for setbacks. Allow the journey of life to progress at its own pace and in its own time and a roundabout way. Why? The universe may have other plans in store for you. There's a story about the ancient African wise man who carried water from a well in 2 buckets, one of which had holes in it. He did this every single day without repairing the bucket. So one day, the passerby asked him why he continued to carry the leaky bucket. Then the wise man pointed out that the side of the path where he carried a full bucket was barren, and it was not able to give out the plants. But on the other side of the path, where the bucket had leaked, beautiful wild flowers had flourished. And then he said, My imperfections has brought beauty to those around me. Helen Keller, who became deaf and blind as a toddler after an unidentified illness, wrote that when one door of happiness closes, another one opens. But often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has been opened for us. You see, comrades, when life deals us a rough hand, there is no another alternative apart from rising up again and just keep moving forward. Why? No amount of thinking or regretting can change what has already happened to you. And waiting for perfect clarity means waiting forever. So when something does not go our way, we have to say to ourselves that there is more for me out there, and keep moving forward. In other words, if you are fired or you lose your job, you have to say to yourself that I am so grateful I lose my job. If you try by all means to make things better, but your relationship receives a disastrous end, say to yourself that I am grateful this relationship has ended, and keep moving forward. If people underestimate you, interpret it as an opportunity. Let their underestimation and bullying of you become your greatest motivator. God will help you to prove them wrong in the end. Say to yourself and to the universe that, thank you. I will continue refining my skills. This is not the end of me. I am not done. There is more for me out there. Now listen. When you say things like, oh, this is what I wanted, this was the only answer, remember that all the energy goes to the word this. Be careful with the words you use. Now, when you say that this did not work out, but there is more out there, the energy instantly shifts from the word this to a future full of possibilities. You see, comrades, the more open we are to possible outcomes, the more we can make gratitude a go-to response. Brother David Stendhal Rusty said, people usually think that gratitude is just saying thank you, as if this were the most important aspect of it. But the most important aspect of the practice of gratitude living is the trust in how your life unfolds. And it's true. For to live that way is what is called grateful living, because then we receive every moment as a gift. And this is when we stop to ask ourselves long enough, like, what is the point of this? What is the opportunity in this moment? But you start to look for it and then take advantage of that opportunity. It's when you stop bothering about anything in life and taking things as the way they are. It's the time you stop taking things for yourself too seriously. It's the time you understand the real essence of acceptance and detachment. It's the time you try to do your best without giving up, but understand what it really means to just be and let things happen in whatever way they like. As simple as that. Everything is said and done. Always a life student mentality. Athletes and level. Stay driven and keep moving forward. Put God first. Remember, it's in Him we live and move and have our being. Till next time. And as always, stay blessed. Peace. Be still.